What is good, you sexy bastards? Welcome back. It is SCG, and I have another GTA 5 online video for you today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also smash that like while you're at it. If you want to become a channel member, you can also click join just to the left of subscribe. Check out our new website at StellaCrewGaming.com, and you can also find us on all of our social media platforms at just Stella Crew Gaming. With all that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get it. Alright, in today's video we are doing a solo car-to-car arena merge. Now we're going to blow through this here quickly. This is very easy to do, very little requirements. You do not need a party bus, X80, or scuba tanks, or nothing like that. All we need is our donor vehicle, which is going to be parked here on the garage level, the G level, along with the vehicle we're going to be transferring the modifications onto. Now we want to make sure our spawn location is here for the arena workshop. We are going to need a RC Bandito. Does not have to be modded, but we do need to have one. And we also want to make sure we get ready to disconnect our internet before we get this started. So we're going to go into our PlayStation menu, and we just want to make sure we're hovering over that part right there. Now we're going to walk up to the RC Bandito. We're going to hit right on the D-pad. As soon as you see your character walk away, you're going to double tap and disconnect your internet. Now you're going to get this alert here. You're going to go ahead and accept it, and it's going to take you back to story. Then you can just double tap and reconnect your internet again. So I'm sorry I went through that really fast, but it is super quick. So you want to make sure you disconnect the internet just before you hear your mechanic starting to talk, or at least in the very beginning. Alright, so there is a little bit of timing required with that. I find if you do it, the quicker the better. So as soon as I notice my character starting to walk away, I'll double tap, disconnect my internet. I'm going to accept that alert, and then I'm going to double tap and then reconnect my internet. So from here, once we're back in story, all we need to do is start up a new invite-only session. Alright, so for the first one, you want to make sure you're in an invite-only session as well. We're going to be doing this entire glitch through an invite-only session. Now the downside with this particular method is it is not a back-to-back method, so you will have to just do one car at a time. But we are doing this real time, so you're going to be able to see exactly how long it does take us. Now, just like any other glitch, as I always say, you're actually spending more time in the clouds than you are doing the actual glitch itself. So the glitch itself is pretty easy. So the biggest part with that is that timing in the beginning. So again, I find it easier to disconnect the internet just before the mechanic starts talking, as you see your character kind of walk off the screen. Okay, so there is a little bit of timing required, but I find that is the best way to do it. You can tell if it worked, and I'll show you here in a second. If the glitch acts a certain way, you'll be able to tell whether or not you hit it or not, and whether you need to start over. Okay, so we had our spawn location to the arena workshop, so we're here in the arena workshop now, and what we're going to do is we want to run over to our donor vehicle. Okay, so whenever it wants to load us in, coming. Just taking its sweet ass time. Good old Rockstar servers. Let's go, let's go. Alright, here we go. So again, we're going to run over to the donor vehicle, which is the vehicle we want to take the modifications from. Okay, so we're going to get into the vehicle, and we're just going to hit right on the D-pad. Now, nothing should happen. We should not get the animation to go into the workshop. If we do get the animation to go into the workshop, then that means it didn't work and you're going to have to start over. Okay, so when we get into the vehicle, this is the one we're going to take the modifications from. We're going to hit right on the D-pad. We're going to have the mod shop options, but we're not going to be in the mod shop. So this part we know we've hit the glitch. So now you just want to make one change on the car, and then we're going to go down to sell, and we're going to sell this car. Okay, now you do not lose it. It does not actually sell. So make sure you don't drive into the workshop, because then you will actually sell it. So as long as you don't leave the parking spot, you're good. So then what happens once you sell it, you're going to get an infinite black screen. Now what we need to do is go to our friends list, and we want to find somebody in a different targeting mode. So we're just going to go ahead and click on join on somebody's name. We're going to wait for the first alert. Okay, once we get the first alert, we're going to double tap and join them again, and we should get the different targeting mode alert if they are in the wrong target. So you're just going to deny the second alert. Now we're going to get out of the vehicle, and we're going to get on to the vehicle we want to put the modifications on, and all we need to do is simply drive this out and as you see here, boom, the modifications will transfer over. Alright, so now if you're doing any other vehicle at this point, all you would do is just get off the vehicle, go back into the mod shop. It'll be in there, still modified. Then you're just going to hit right on the D-pad to take it in the mod shop and make one change, and then it's saved. From there, you just want to go ahead and go into Creator and start up a new invite-only session. So again, you can only do one car per session, but that's it. At that point, if it's a regular car, you're done. So just make sure you take it back in the mod shop, make one change, and then those changes will stick, and it's good to go. So for me, I was doing the terabyte here in the background, or sorry, I was doing the MK2 in the background, and I was trying to get into the terabyte, but I forgot we actually have to get off of this vehicle first so that it goes back in. So after I kind of fiddle around here for a second, again, I was doing this live. This was the first time I was doing it. I was like, okay, why isn't it letting me in? I'm going to check my terabyte, make sure I've actually got the the workshop on this one, because I never know between my accounts. So I was just double checking to make sure that I did have the specialized workshop, which I did. Okay, so the biggest thing here is when you fly the MK2 out of the arena, all you need to do is get off of it. Okay, so as you see here in a second, I finally realized, oh yeah, I got to get off of it so that it sends it back to the workshop. Boom, there it goes, disappears, goes back to the workshop. So at that point, you would call your terabyte and then just go ahead and drive it over to the front of the arena. Okay, so then we're going to be able to walk back in, get back on the MK2, which is going to have the modifications, and we're going to be able to fly it out and then take it into the terabyte at that point. Okay, so again, this is my first time doing it, so I kind of had to fiddle around with it a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and park it here, and then I'm just going to run back in, grab that MK2 that I just merged, and then we're going to fly it in there. So I think I'm going to have to move the terabyte though, because it doesn't look like it's there's no blue circle. Which is not a big deal. So we're just going to go back into our workshop level. So this is all done on the workshop level, okay? So once we get back in, like I said, we're just going to fly out that MK2 that we just put all those modifications onto. So obviously with the MK2, it's a little bit more, a few more steps you got to do, but not really much, and still nice and quick. I mean, in total, probably 10 minutes to do an MK2, but I mean, usually with the other merge glitches, we can't do any MK2s and things like that. So that's the nice thing. So anything that you will be able to modify in the arena, you will be able to do, or anything else that you could drive into your MOC and force a save that way as well. So if it was another vehicle that you can't modify in the arena, but you can drive it into the back of the MOC, instead of calling out your terabyte, you would call your MOC and then just go ahead and drive it in the back, and that will save it also. Okay, so just like previous glitches. So I'm not too sure exactly off the top of my head what other vehicles will work, but if you know you can drive it in the MOC, it's going to work. Okay, so now I'm going to physically take it into the terabyte. I already had an MK2 in there, so I'm just going to swap it out and put it back into the arena. So I'm just going to swap the two. Then from here, I'm just going to get back on, hit right on the D-pad to modify it, just change one thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the missiles on here, and there we go, and that's it. The vehicle's saved. So you can change your outfit to make sure you get an actual save in the bottom right hand corner, just to be safe if you want to, but at that point that MK2 is now saved. So I just want to put my other one back in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and fly this back in and swap them back out. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I'll walk in just to show you. Actually, I'm going to fly out the original one that I had, so just so you can see that it didn't just swap them. I didn't have two of the same ones. But more or less, that's it, guys. So if it was a regular car, like I said, all you got to do is just drive it back, or drive it out, get out of the car, then go back into the arena, hit right D-pad to modify it. Once you've modified it, it will save. So as you can see here, I got my red coin one, so that's not the same as the pink one. So again, we'll just swap them out, and that's it. The glitch is done. So a big shout out to Eastside Boy. He is the founder of the glitch. I will leave a link down below to his Twitter. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe and drop a like. And until the next one, this is your boy SCG, and I'm out.